Our next story is about Sri Lanka. For quite some time now, the island nation has been in the grip of a severe financial crisis. Foreign reserves have been depleting. The currency has been losing its value. Public debt has reached unsustainable levels. Given the state of affairs, the government of Sri Lanka has taken a desperate step. It has decided to seek a bailout from the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. Also, $1 billion line of credit from India. We'll discuss both of them in detail. First, the IMF bailout. On Wednesday evening, the Sri Lankan president announced that his officials are in talks with the IMF regarding the repayment of loan installments and sovereign bonds. Listen to this.
The government is in discussions with various parties to implement a new method regarding this, which will be beneficial to our country. Yesterday's discussion with the International Monetary Fund was also held for this purpose. Through those discussions, we hope to find a way to pay off our annual loan installments, sovereign bonds, and so on.
So how much money will Colombo take from the IMF? We don't know that yet. What we do know is that this decision marks a radical policy shift for the Rajapaksas. For more than a year now, the Rajapaksas have been resisting all calls to seek the IMF's help. Both from international experts and their own policymakers, they've all been asking the government to go to the IMF, but the government kept arguing against this, against asking global financial bodies for help. They said this will come with strings attached and this would hurt Sri Lankan interests. Well, those conditions don't matter anymore. The Rajapaksas have taken a U-turn, and these pictures explain why. The people of Sri Lanka have hit the streets. They're blaming the government for the economic crunch. For the last 2 days, hundreds of them have been protesting outside the Sri Lankan president's office, accusing him of destroying the country's economy and making calls for his resignation.
No medicine in the pharmacy, no cement, no food, no drink, no milk powder to give to the children.
We have come to tell the government that's ruined this country to go home. This is a government that is drunk with power. This is an arrogant government. This is a government that does not feel the pulse of the people. The government does not understand the suffering of the people.
Rajapaksa's decision to go to the IMF is being seen as an outcome of this public anger. But his critics say it's too little too late. They say it won't quell these protests. You see, a bailout from the IMF can only help Sri Lanka repay its debt. It won't be enough for the economy to be brought back on track. It won't be enough to ensure a steady supply of daily essentials. For that, Colombo will have to secure more financial assistance, which, by the way, it's already trying to get. And guess which is the first country to have offered help? India. The government of India has extended a $1 billion credit line to Colombo. The agreement was signed during a visit by the country's finance minister, Basil Rajapaksa. He was in New Delhi today. He met India's finance minister, the foreign minister, even the prime minister. The outcome of these meetings is this: the State Bank of India has signed a pact with the Sri Lankan government, a pact to provide a $1 billion credit line for the supply of essential commodities. This is in addition to the $1.4 billion which India has extended to Colombo just this year. This includes a $400 million currency swap, a $500 million loan deferment, and a $500 million line of credit for fuel imports. Now, India has given another $1 billion in a credit line to Sri Lanka. What does this tell you? That India is going all out to help its neighbor. It's been extending a helping hand to Sri Lanka without debt trapping it. We hope this continuing support makes Colombo realize who its true friends really are and who lay the debt traps. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.